strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Check, Mike, 50. Hey, dude!
On 2nd and 1, Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The first carry now for Alex Collins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From From the gun, it's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff. And players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, 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 kill.
Ran,
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
They go play action. Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Pardon me, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Switch, switch, switch.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Third down.
Check, check. Walk 54, walk 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Switch, switch.
Alert.
Check 4, check 4.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe-bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing here, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Montgomery back to the ground. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the deep, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Fighting him off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Check safety, check safety. Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it.
Ran, cut. Alert.
Check 3, check 3.
Alert.
Check 59, Mike.
Ran, cut.
Mike to 59.
Let's get, hey, I-7.
Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Man, I got you. Watch the safety creep. Check 3.
Express.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And take it right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Lock in, lock in.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Go on.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike's got 9. Mike's got 9. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on second and long. Newton looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky able to find Shaheen here. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second down 6 at the 34-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Trubisky to throw again. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Alert, 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 alert. Lucky. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try and run it here. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
180, 8. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, check Mike 45.
Exit. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Newton, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Slam, slam, slam.
Eight.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, check. 59.
You must be dreaming. 18.
59. Mike, 59. I'm going to run you over.
Trubisky will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Crunch.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go. Ready?
58 to Mike. It's going to be a long day.
20.
It's going to be a long.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
We got 3. Hey, Alpha. We got 3. Ran, up.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check the out. Hey!
Throwing again. Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert.
Now it's Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 18. Hot. Slam. Hey, 18. Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, we got four down.
On third down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some more.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
59. Ricky.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 2nd and goal, Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Newton sliding out of the pocket. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late, and the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Let's go, let's go.
And they take a knee. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Panthers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in 3s. Wins come in 2s. Cash comes in 1s. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby, receptionist. No recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.